welcome to my YouTube channel. We will continue our discussion building the website using WordPress, and today we will discuss the topic of the working with text in Gutenberg WordPress editor. You can start typing text into a paragraph block just like you would in a word processor, but each paragraph is in a separate block. So when you press the enter key, a new paragraph block is added and the cursor is positioned within the new block. This lets you focus on writing and you do not have to add paragraph blocks manually while typing. If you are using Notepad or some other editor, you can paste several paragraphs of text at once and Gutenberg will then create several paragraph blocks automatically and will put each paragraph into a separate paragraph block. When you click into a paragraph block, the block tab in the settings panel is automatically shown. You can change the font size, add drop cap, change the foreground and background colors, and if you have specific CSS classes to be added for a particular block, you can paste them here in the additional CSS classes box. Let's now look at the toolbar options for the paragraph block. By clicking on this button, you can change the type of this paragraph block to your heading. You can change it to a list or to one of the other types displayed here. This lets you align text either to left, center or right. You can make selected text bold, italicize, you can hyperlink text by specifying the URL. You also have options for strike through or adding an image here. And you can resize the image whatever you want. Our next topic is the Gutenberg list block. The list block, a part of the common blocks menu, lets you add bulleted or numbers list. To add it, you just click on the block. You can switch between bulleted and numbered list by clicking on the respective buttons in the toolbar menu. For the list block, you can indent or outdent a particular list item by clicking on these buttons. You will not be able to outdent the very first item in a list. You can bold and italicize individual list elements. You can convert one or all list elements to hyperlinks. You can add custom CSS classes from the advanced section in the settings panel for the list block. You can transform a list block to a paragraph or a code block. If you convert a list block to your paragraph block, each item in the list becomes a separate paragraph. When you convert a list elements to your code, all of the list elements are enclosed in block codes tag. You will then need to add a citation and that will be enclosed in opening and closing side tags. If we save this as a draft, we can see the HTML code that is used for the citation. This is the code WordPress created when the list was converted into a code. Our next topic is the heading block. Headings play a big role in SEO. A page needs to have several headings: H1, a few H2, H3s, and H4s. H5 and H6 are rarely used, but using all of the headings H1 to H6 is usually a mark of a high quality page with lots of very helpful content. You can add to heading either by converting a paragraph block into a heading or you can add a new heading block. These are the settings available for heading block. Heading H1 to H6, you can choose whether a particular heading should be H1, H2, and so on from the settings panel on the right. You can align a heading to the left, right, or center, and you have these options for bold, italicize, and strike through. You can turn a heading into a hyperlink as well. You can choose a color for the heading from the colored section of the setting panel, and you can add custom CSS classes from the advanced section. And lastly, you can transform a heading into a paragraph or into a code. Thanks for watching.